the way Steven Gerrard just came in and worked the place from the start. When he came in, I was lucky enough to see it firsthand. His setup, his organisation, the way he plans, and the way he delegates his jobs. He has a fantastic backroom staff with Michael Beale and McAllister and Tom Colshaw as well. But they're all fantastic, and I've seen them working firsthand on what they do in the training pitch, and see what they do in the training pitch. Keeps the players hungry. The players have always been buzzing at training. Michael Beale is fantastic at what he does on the training pitch, and I think that just reflects onto the pitch. You can see gradually over the years that he's been there that it's getting better and better every year. And this year, this looks like it's pure. All came together, and they're now just playing off one sheet, and they're just really, really enjoying it, and they're looking really solid. Yeah.
You speak about behind the scenes. We've been fortunate enough to have been in Ibrox. There's been a lot of change. What impact do you think, not only at Ibrox, but even at the training ground, in terms of the environment that has been created? How do you think that is having a big impact on, the performances on the pitch?
I think that the pitches have all been changed. When you were there, the pitches have been changed, and they've all been fantastic. They've made a difference that you're training on good pitches every day, but also the training ground has actually been updated as well. Down to the eating rooms, to the analysis rooms, much more comfortable and better to be in and stuff like that. So all these things in the environment in the training ground helps also the players focus and enjoying. You're coming in and they got all these luxuries and all these things to actually enjoy themselves and wanting to be there, because it's a really good setup now behind the scenes, that Gerrard demanded that when he came in. He wanted things to be updated and being more modern. Also, I think what he's experienced down in England, that he wanted that for his players. So I think that all ties in with helping the players out, because it makes it better for them to be at the training ground.
The thing that I've noticed about Rangers, Peter, is the total change in mentality. I remember about a year ago, we covered a game at Tynecastle, Hearts against Rangers, and I went over to see Steven Gerrard in the press conference afterwards, and he couldn't explain it. He couldn't explain why the players consistently were falling down and actually letting him down. And then you look at it this season, and they haven't lost a game yet. Apart from that League Cup tie at St Mirren, they haven't lost a game, and we're now into February. It's an astonishing turnaround in the players' mentality. How has that come about?
When I look at him this season, we all know that you need a little bit of luck sometimes in football, but when it's going for you and you're a team that everybody wants to beat, and for me, it shows consistency when you play bad but you're still getting results, and that's what Rangers are starting to do now. Where last season and the season before that, they were still, when they weren't playing the best, and even when they were playing good games, they were losing games and drawing games. When now, for example, take the Hibs game at Ibrox, where Hibs put them under real pressure, and they had to take Alan McGregor and defensively strong performance to keep them in the game, and then end up winning the game 1-0. But these results, and in fairness, last night with the St Johnstone game, they were dominating the game, dominant possession, and then St Johnstone had a big chance at the end where, again, Alan McGregor, good save to keep them getting the 3 points. So I think this season has just come into, they've been dominant, they've been so confident when they're playing, they know they can score from pretty much everywhere on the pitch. They've been also very, very consistent in their performances. There's not very often they've not played well, but also they play with such confidence that they feel like they don't give much chances away. And when they do, they have a goalkeeper they can rely on that can bail them out. And he's been consistent. Alan McGregor, he's been consistent with that for years. But now it seems like they just got so much confidence, the whole team, that they feel like they also can score in any time. And also if they want to go behind, they got patience to build back into the game and get goals late on in the game. And I don't know how you can explain that it just seems like everything just came together this season, that everything is flowing. Confidence is also very, very high. And that makes it a lot easier as well for them.
See, in terms of like Alan McGregor and Stevie Davis, you've been in dressing rooms, Peter, where there has been like leaders, older players. How big a role have they played this season with, because we all know that there's nobody else in there has won trophies with the football club. How important a role has Steven Davis and Alan McGregor played in terms of keeping that group together and pushing towards that goal of delivering the title?
I think they've been crucial for the club. Their experience is something that you just can't knock back. It's just it's fantastic for the squad to have players like that, even in change rooms, in training and people that are pushing. Who's not really, touch wood, never injured really. I've been available patient for Steven Gerrard all the time to be able to play, and that's important, especially when you're an older player and you're getting older. To have somebody like that, and normally have been Nichols, but they two players have been fantastic and looking after themselves, professional to the highest level. And Stephen Davis again, and a player that's just fantastic signing. Again, another great signing from Steven Gerrard to the club, and he's been fantastic. The way he organised, but we're talking about an international captain of Northern Ireland. He's having him there in the midfield, but also for younger players and the other players, they must give him some kind of security and knowing that he's there, and I think that's crucial for the club. But how long are they going to be there? They need to build, and they need to make sure they have players to replace these kind of top players, because they're going to be a big miss when they're not there anymore. But for me, they two have been vital for Rangers. Yeah.
Who is Peter Lovenkranz's player of the season for Rangers so far?
It's tough, there's been so many outstanding performances. Like I say, Alan McGregor for me is definitely going to be one of them, because of how he's organised the back, but also clean sheets he's keeping is fantastic. And when he's called upon big moments, he comes up with the goods and the big saves. But for me, Glenn Kamara has been, for me, outstanding as well, and one of the unsung heroes for me, that he does the stuff that is so important for the team, and it's most times goes unnoticed, I would say. But he, for me, has been fantastic. James Tavernier as well, been outstanding. I would probably go with a James Tavernier, I would say.
Oh, by the way, your best mate Griggsy's not going to be very happy with that one.